Hello, everybody. I'm Dan Hollowfield. Welcome to Stupid O'Clock. No, I am not being Joey Bishop tonight. It's just that Joe Dog is taking a little nap and he's trying to wake up even as we speak, but he's trying to do it without coffee. I don't know how this is possible. You tell me. Film at 11. Well, okay, it's 11. Still no film. Sorry. I guess that means that Lewis isn't going to be with us tonight because we don't have film at 11. Anyway,
I do miss Lewis, especially because
well,
I wanted to ask him Navy questions. But
yeah, well, I miss Heather too, but she's busy being a nurse, so you know, and we hardly ever see Skunk.
Yeah, it's
So,
just down to the original three.
yeah, the three
well,
amigos.
no, because Dan wasn't actually the
Yeah,
original.
uh,
It was you, me,
Joe and
Skunk,
Heather,
and Heather,
and yeah,
Yeah.
and occasionally Lewis, and then Dan got in, and then the other cast of miscreants.
Excrements.
Yeah, that.
I wouldn't talk about people that way,
while anybody was filming you.
especially being recorded.
Hello, Sarah. Bill doesn't seem to have shown up yet, so
Yeah. Sarah is saying hello to everybody.
Hello, everybody.
um, Bill may be recuperating from spending the afternoon with his niece Kayla.
How
His
old is
niece,
this Kayla?
she looks like she's about 14, 15.
Oh, okay.
Not old enough to drive yet, but still,
Uh,
respectable age for a young lady.
and Sarah says she's here as his rep.
There you go.
Yeah, guys, I've got no information on any news going on today because, like I said, was telling y'all pre-show, I laid down about 5 o'clock for a little 45-minute to an hour nap, and Dan woke me up sending links to everybody because I was still asleep at 10:15 tonight.
One does what one can.
Yeah, well, I'm glad you did because and I want to thank you for that because, like I said, I was out. Had y'all not, had there not been like 20 dings on my phone all at the same time, I'd probably still be laying there in the bed sound asleep, and y'all wondering where I was.
Well, this is true. And actually, I thought you had already sent the links out when you scheduled the shows
Mm.
earlier today because I saw when the shows they popped up on my Facebook Messenger. And for some reason, I just thought you went ahead and sent out the show
I thought
links
I
at the
did
same
too.
time.
I thought I did too.
Well, I'm glad that Chris popped in and asked us
Mm.
whether or not we were planning to do a show tonight. And I'm going, ooh.
Hey, this is one of Lewis's friends. Thank you for tuning
Okay.
in. You need to tell Lewis he needs to get back over here on the show because we miss him.
Otherwise, he could sleep at night.
Yeah.
Can't have that. It's un-American.
And only name I can say is Moon Angel, but I know that's not your real name. And the other, I'm not even going to attempt that. I'm sorry.
Rome
Hey,
Beverage.
yeah, she said she's going to tell him that we're talking crap about him. Yeah, tell him we are, and he needs to get in here and defend himself. Angie, that's right. So welcome, Angie. Thank you for being here.
We'll try not to bore you too much, but we can't be held accountable if we do.
Yeah, I was in the Army. Lewis was in the Navy. He's not going to be surprised if you tell him I was talking crap about him. So.
as long as it doesn't interfere with your enjoyment of a certain football game every year. And I'm not even a sports person.
Hey, Brandon.
Hey,
Hey,
Brandon. Thanks for tuning in.
I miss Thessaly too.
Yes. It seems like after the world opened up, we just don't matter to those people anymore.
Well, it's not that we don't matter. It's just that
The real world's taking over.
there are other things that can be done now instead of sitting glued to your computer. I'm sure Facebook is wondering why I'm not spending every minute of every day on there.
I don't know if you have or not either, Angie. I met Lewis through the Chattanooga Message Forum, so I can't remember if you were part of that or not. Actually, Lewis and Denise through there.
Bless you, John.
Thank you. I think I'm allergic to the internet.
All right, John. That's
No,
two.
no, you're allergic to snow.
John, that's two sneezes. Another one, and all right. All right, now we get to beat him and stone him because it didn't take. He's devil possessed.
No, I said bless you. The elves are not going to take him.
Oh.
Here we go again.
Who knows what evil lurks in the heart of man? I had the big nose. There, big nose hanging out.
Well, that's in character.
Oh.
I mean, the shadow did not have the mask pulled all the way up to his eyes. He had it.
Nose hanging out. Big old nose, too.
Yep. More of a beaky sort of thing, but
big honker.
Yeah.
And of course, it was an illusion. So. You know that they did that whole comic book movie series in that time. You had the Shadow, the Phantom. What was the other one?
Dick Tracy.
Dick Tracy. Spirit.
Well, that was from a different comic company, but
yeah, it was an independent comic company. Yeah,
but those were, they got a lot of bad reviews, but they were really good comic book movies.
Yeah, they were.
They tried to keep it right along the same lines as the comic book.
Exactly the kind of thing that people complain about nowadays when the creators don't keep the movies accurate to the comics. So yeah.
Well, they learned their lesson from those three.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The lesson is, no matter what you do, somebody's gonna complain about it.
Yeah.
Of course, that was one of the movies that made Catherine Zeta-Jones noticeable.
Yeah.
I think Catherine Zeta-Jones made Catherine Zeta-Jones noticeable.
Yeah, she was really noticeable without movies. But,
yeah. Really?
Brandon, don't make us feel old, okay?
I think I saw those. I think I saw those at an army movie theater in Germany. It's kind of funny. Army movie theaters, before they start the movies, they play the national anthem. Everybody stands at attention.
Well, they don't follow that with News of the World and a cartoon and a short subject either, do they? Not anymore.
And Angie's going, that's true. People like to nitpick, especially nerds with comics. And yeah, I love you too, Brandon.
There's a Star Wars site I go to, and it's kind of funny because you got the people that love Star Wars, and then you got the people that hate and complain about certain aspects of Star Wars. Like they don't like the original, they don't like the 3 trilogy prequel that came out, or they don't like the 3 trilogy sequel that came out. They're all, and somebody pointed out, somebody says, how can Star Wars fans hate Star Wars? And somebody pointed out, says, because they're passionate about it. Says nobody else gives a damn. If they don't like Star Wars, they're not going to love it or hate it. They're just, it's like people that don't care about football. You know, they don't care who won the Super Bowl. You know, they might watch the commercials, but
By the way, who did win the Super Bowl this year?
some football team.
I mean, this is the first year I didn't even watch a play.
No kidding. I didn't even watch the commercials.
Yeah, me either. I caught the commercials on YouTube.
I heard Merchant of Venice was a nice play.
Mm.
Um,
Has anybody seen the trailers for Kenobi yet?
I
Yeah.
keep meaning to watch it. It's popped up on my Facebook several times.
Have you seen the trailers for Jar Jar Binks yet?
Hopefully we don't have to.
I love that look on Dan's face, like, no.
Actually, I was going, oh, did somebody actually turn him into a hidden Sith Lord? That was one of the best theories I ever saw anybody come up with. Is that
You know, I'm
the
still
character was meant to be unlikable because he was secretly evil all along.
I am a firm believer that R2D2 was the Dark Lord of the Sith. Okay, there's just too much coincidence.
Brandon, don't even joke like that, John.
Think about it. R2D2, he was always there. Okay. The only time they ever blew up a Death Star was when he was incapacitated. Okay. And he knew where Luke Skywalker was.
And every line of his dialogue was bleeped out.
Yes.
Had a foul mouth.
Had a foul.
Mm-hmm.
And even in the trilogy sequels, when R2 sees Luke again, R2 goes and
Language.
Luke looks at language. So that is now canon.
Yes.
I'll be honest with you. I loved all 10 movies.
I've lost count.
Yeah,
I really have lost count.
Solo.
You forgot Rogue One.
Rogue One is the best of the
It is.
set.
Whoever did that deserves bigger kudos.
Yeah, I mean, of course, that makes the fight scene on the Death Star between Obi-Wan and Vader look like, what's going on? Because not 2 days before, Vader was cutting through people like hot knife through butter.
There is a fan edit out there that really redoes that whole fight sequence. I wish that George would just buy the rights to stick that in another let's re-edit the original movie sort of deal, because it was much better. It was much betterly done than anything he came up with back in the day.
That may be the problem. And Andy's saying she cannot believe how funny Peacemaker was on HBO Max. Have not seen that. And
the Fandemic Dead is coming.
Okay. Damn it, John.
What? What?
You gave it to me.
Well, let's just stop passing around things right there. Knock it off, John. I have enough trouble staying awake just my normal day-to-day life.
Well, Dan, I'm gonna tell you, Black Rifle coffee, 1 cup will do you all day.
Are you kidding?
Oh,
People are starting to think I'm narcoleptic. I could fall asleep in the middle of a cup of Black Rifle coffee.
I knew this show wasn't going right for some reason.
Oh.
Well, Angel or Angie, there's a reason you're probably not a DC person because the DC movies suck.
No, they did not. Suicide Squad was excellent. Deadpool. Oh, wait, he's not DC.
He's
gotta be.
he's Marvel.
Oh.
I like the Wonder Woman movies, although the
Justice League movies were
second,
good. Yeah.
The second one was
And Superman. I mean, all the Superman movies were pretty good. So, going back to Christopher Reeve. You know.
yeah.
Angie says she likes to treat herself to creamer on every cup of coffee. Yeah. And Brandon has seen the Batman, so we'll see. And have y'all seen the advertisement for the new Ryan Reynolds movie available only on Netflix?
Free Guy?
The Adam Project.
The Adam Project.
Oh,
I
okay.
have. That looks like it's going to be awesome.
I'm going to tell you right now, whoever that kid is, nailed a 12-year-old Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan, yeah, just I have not seen choreography like that since Danny DeVito and Arnold Schwarzenegger were together in Twins.
It's Angie, you got to watch the movie. I laughed so hard at that. Oh, and Dan, did you hear about the poll that came out of Washington, D.C. the other day?
No.
They polled a bunch of women, and
Washington's good at that.
yeah, 87% of the women says Bill Clinton, now that he's older, they would have sex with him again.
Again. Yeah.
What's the matter, Dan?
You know,
Dan ain't saying nothing.
Nope.
you know, if Joe don't make it into heaven, I
Yeah.
know what's going to happen to him in hell.
What?
Somebody's going to stand around and tell all them same damn jokes to you for the rest of eternity.
And he's going to be handcuffed to Hillary.
Ugh. Well, you heard Hillary's now been ordained a Methodist minister, haven't you?
Okay, that means she can actually buy a liquor on Sunday without getting into trouble with the Baptists.
No, my opinion is she is about ready to. She's laying down all the legal work to sue the devil for breach of contract.
Oh, okay. Do, 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 do.
Bum. Yeah.
Well, Angie, that's sort of the idea.
There's
There's
Chris.
that guy.
Chris, you need to raise your computer up because all we see is your NASA shirt.
I know. I wanted to show it off. I was
Oh,
proud.
okay.
I was proud of it.
Oh,
Sorry, I was having some technical issues. That and I was finishing off my bowl of chili a little bit earlier.
and the cat wouldn't get up. And the big technical issue is the cat wouldn't get off the computer.
No, the big technical issue was I apparently could not read the script on the link correctly, so I missed a letter.
Oh,
All you got to do is just click it and it'll take you straight to it.
Yeah, but it's on my phone and not my computer, and I don't want to use my phone. I want to use my laptop. But I did click it and it highlighted it, so I saw what I missed. So after I figured that out, I joined in.
Angie, no, we have not.
nope.
I've been wanting to, but it's just one of those that just. There are some shows that I watch the preview and going, no. And everybody brags about what a great show it is. It takes me about 2 or 3 years to get around to it. And I go, Why didn't I watch this before?
Get caught up.
Mm.
Oh, Brandon joined in.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Welcome, Angie and Sarah and Brandon.
Oh, she says it's great if you want to learn how to wash money. Yep.
All I have to do is not empty my pockets before I throw my pants in the laundry hamper. I mean,
Well, coins are easier to clean than cash.
Yeah, you don't use too much bleach on them.
yeah, you think that's silver around it, but it ain't.
Mm.
Uh, found money in a wall. Okay.
Oh,
If you found money in a wall,
yeah.
it would
Well,
probably
I'm
mean
gonna.
somebody trying to hide it was not successful.
All I'm gonna say is after that movie, No Country for Old Men. You know how everybody talks about, man, if I found this duffel bag full of money, and now I wouldn't even touch it
Yeah.
after watching that movie.
Yeah.
The problem with that movie was he got away clean, and his conscience got to him, and he tried to take that wounded guy water,
Yeah.
and that's where he screwed up. Trying to be, if he just kept the money and the machine gun and the pistol, they'd have never known. But he went back.
Well,
He returned to the scene of the crime, and that's what got him.
yeah. Well, also the the bag had a tracker in it.
No, it didn't.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Don't you remember? Harvey Abram had the little thing that was beeping
No.
that told him what hotel room he was in because he kept backing up and pulling forward in the parking lot.
No, I don't remember that.
If Windows 11 is any more annoying than Windows 10, I don't think I can handle it.
Thankfully, I've only got one computer that is new enough to even partially change over to Windows 11, and I just already told them I'm not interested. There's some Jehovah's Witnesses over here that might like it, so you go bother them. Quit
Well,
knocking on my door.
I have X'd out 4 different email notifications. If I wanted to read my email, I would click on the email icon.
and Angie says, Dan, you just need to let go of Windows 7.
XP, thank you.
Okay.
Well,
Hey, I'd probably still be using Windows 95 if they would have let me.
now, did you notice about 2 or 3 years ago, if you use a teller, how for some reason they had that big change on the tellers on how they all laid out and everything?
Mm-hmm.
You know why?
Most of them were still using Windows 3.1.1.
No, they were all using XP. After XP, you know,
No more security updates. Yeah.
yeah.
Right, 9 times now.
Dallas, I just want to thank you for commenting on the show. But somebody beat me to blocking them. But
You're welcome.
I was going to give them, a second, so their post would be registered with the computer as engagement.
How long does that take? There you go. You got Myra there.
Myra, thank you for doing some engagement, but I'm sorry we can't have you posting that on our show. But if you give us a like and sharing, we'd appreciate it.
$10,000 wouldn't be a lick of miss either.
Yeah.
Right now, they ain't got that kind of money,
No, they're working.
and they can't send it by PayPal.
Yeah. And they're working on it. I like Windows 7 and I like the Windows XP. like Windows 7 because he used the 18 theme song for the commercials for it.
They were posting over on our YouTube pages.
Yeah.
It's just a Russian spam bot.
Yeah, it's just a link to something that probably would not do anybody's computer any good.
Or their bank accounts if they had that information on their
This is
computer.
true. Brandon.
No.
Well, that's because they no longer support Windows 7, Brandon.
Yeah, John just asked me, you're streaming to more than one platform? Brandon, we are streaming to 4 Facebook channels, 3 YouTube channels, and a Twitch. Yeah, StreamYard is awesome for getting the word out.
I've got to open a door for a cat that wants to use the litter box. I'll be right back. I'm not even going to turn the camera off.
All right. We'll do it.
Yeah.
I'm going to at least mute him.
Yeah.
And John says we answered as I posted. Yep. It's called StreamYard, StreamYard.com. If you want a link to it, I'll message me and I'll send you a link, and we both get a discount.
You can turn Dan's.
All
No,
right.
leave him off.
Yeah, we'll leave him off. Okay. I muted Chris. I didn't unmute Dan. Okay, there we go.
Oh, well.
Hey, there's Stephanie.
Yeah.
Somebody send that woman a link.
She's already got the link.
She's in the group.
Stephanie, if you're watching, I was hoping you'd be on so you could see that.
And she's waving hi. Hi back. Wave. Everybody wave. Everybody wave.
The AFN wave.
No, that's
that's if you're like.
No, that was
That's
the
if you work with Freddie Mercury.
That was the Pinochet wave there.
That was the beauty queen riding in the convertible in the homecoming parade
from 1961.
Actually, I thought it was early 50s.
It took a bit for
The
that
next
to be.
time I have
Still
tea
do
with
it.
The next time I have tea with the Queen, I'll ask her.
Yeah, Steph's tired. We understand. Just keep us tuned in. Don't try to answer, and just sort of listen to our monotone, boring voice, and just drift off into this wonderful slumber, sleep, and have nightmares about all the bad jokes I'm going to be telling.
There you go, Stephanie.
Oh, and don't forget to go to the Stephanie Osborne webpage and buy some of her books.
Yeah. And John Stutz just nailed it. This stream reminds me of an AOL chat room.
Oh, I thought he said AWOL chat. I said, which one?
No.
Yeah, you just nailed it. This is just like an AOL chat room. And Stephanie says, show her that again.
Oh, the T-shirt or the book? Show the
Both.
T-shirt.
Show the T-shirt.
Yeah. Wait. Let's do
This
this
is the
right.
hoodie.
There we go.
All right, now, John, you show the other
All
one.
right, bring me up.
Where are you at? There you are.
And
Buy her
I've read it a
books.
couple times.
And if you don't want to go through her website, you can go to Amazon.com and type in her name, and she has tens of thousands of more books on there.
Uh-oh, it's fading there. That's
It's an
good.
interdimensional book.
Yeah. Division 1 series, folks, you do not want to miss out on it. There's also the
Yeah,
Displaced
she's got like
Detective
150 of them. Of
and
this
her
one.
more realistic science-related novels and books.
Oh,
All right.
And it's like Lay's potato chips. You can't read just one. Once you get
know,
a taste for Stephanie's work, you're going to want all 40.
it's a shame we don't know any other authors on this show that could plug their own books while we're sitting here not doing anything.
Well, if I get up, Joe will turn my damn microphone off again.
well, it makes so much noise.
Yeah, sounds like a herd of cattle are eating Lay's potato chips out of a bag.
No, that's the neighbor's yard.
He can also plug his webzine, which is celebrating its 25th anniversary.
Yes.
Now, this is true. Oh, Lord. Okay. I'm Dan Hollifield. I'm not a famous author. I've got a couple of books out. I've got 3 short stories in 3 different anthology collections out there. I run the internet's oldest surviving amateur writing sci-fi and fantasy website. It's a creative writing website. We've helped give the world 300 some odd brand new writers over the last 25 years that we have been online without interruption. I also have 9 music albums out on my Bandcamp website, and it's all instrumental. Some 3 of them are live. The rest of them are composed entirely in a computer, so no musicians were harmed in the recording of those albums.
Hey, Dan,
Yeah.
I love how the people, our crew of people, listen to us when we tell them to do something. Hi, Stephanie.
I,
That's Tiffany.
I just
You need-
figured out how to do this on my phone instead of having to set up the
I
laptop.
was wondering
Oh.
because it's got the instead of the big wide
Oh.
picture, you got the little skinny.
There you. Well, yeah. Well, it don't want to. It don't want to act right.
Hey, at least this way we don't. have
Elron
to-
keeps playing with the phone.
I was about to say, at least this way we don't have to see her cat's butt.
I don't think she heard that.
Yeah,
I heard it.
delay. Okay.
Oh, there's a delay. Okay.
Ah,
Oh.
It's a cute cat, but it won't, do the face thing. So,
You will.
what do you?
This is certain distinguished gentleman's stuff on Amazon Kindle.
Oh.
well,
You're breaking up. You're breaking.
Yeah,
up.
your audio's breaking up.
You sure it's not
The
just
phone
my
did-
voice?
No, we hear
No,
you now.
you sounded good right then.
Okay. What was it that I was supposed to see a while ago? I glanced away from the screen just as you showed whatever it was that you were showing.
Which whom? Oh, this.
Ah, okay. I like.
Yeah, when I saw it, I'm like, I gotta wear it on a show that Stephanie's on. So
And he gets here and you weren't here. But
Sorry.
she's
Hey,
here now.
look,
We figured you were already asleep.
like
I
when we
I
started the
zonked
show.
I zonked for a couple of hours this afternoon, and I was sorely tempted, but I thought
Mm.
I would pop in here for at least a few minutes and say hi.
Okay.
'Cause
Yeah,
today was your
I sort of-
Saturday. Yes, we saw.
I sort of zonked out myself. I laid down at 5 o'clock to grab a little nap for tonight. And if Dan and Chris didn't, just totally blow up the chat to send links and everything, I'd still be laying in that bed asleep.
well, like I said, good. You could join us for Last Man Standing.
No.
But you got plenty of sleep.
Well, I had run out of steam. I've just been going constantly since Daryl died, and
Yeah, well,
I'm just worn out. So I
it's
deliberately did
understandable.
not. Hmm?
It's understandable. You take a break.
Yeah, really.
Yeah. I just wanted you to see my hoodie. I didn't care
Yeah, I
if
think it's cool.
Hmm.
yeah.
All right. I am now prepared for those of you that could not read Chris's tablet screen. Here we go.
What's that?
Uh, so,
It's thinking.
Yep.
Ah, yes.
so there we have two books and two of the anthologies that I've got stories in. The third one is not available on Amazon yet. It's supposed to be reissued by a new publisher, and it's supposed to be available on Amazon sometime soon. I don't know when soon happens to be in this context, but you know, these things they happen. I can pull up my Bandcamp page, but you just be able to see one album cover from that. It wouldn't show you all of them because they don't arrange them that way. You just go down the page from the newest release to the see more button where you can get to see more than three at a time and see everything else that I've gone on there. I have fun with that. I have fun with my writing. I've got a reissue of the Spaceport Bar book is at my new publisher now. I recently got the rights back from the original publisher. They're getting out of the business. Basically, they've got too much other stuff they want to do. It's a small press, so the world has changed since 2014. So no big deal. You can still get the darn thing from Amazon right now. It'll be on Amazon for another week or two. Probably will lose all of my reviews when it gets reissued, but hopefully everybody that originally liked it will come back and go, "Hey, uh, I said something here. Put it back." So I don't know. Um,
What did you wind up doing about the cover art, if I might ask?
William talked to Daryl, and Daryl said, "That's already been paid for. Keep using it."
Okay. I
And
wondered.
the one for the sequel, same deal. He actually added volume one and volume two to it for us, and he did a third one that we did not use that nobody had paid for. So if we wind up using that one, we're going to have to get in touch with you and get that paid for as well. That's up to William though. I mean, I can say I want this, and he's the publisher. He decides whether or not that's the one we're going to go for or not. I wish we could because that would be a nice thing to have. And the third one would be for the anthology of other people's work in the series. Uh,
Gotcha.
not just mine, but everybody else that helped make it a shared universe series. Uh, William wants to get that out there, and I'm having trouble trying to track down some of the original writers because it's been 25 years. Some of these guys have moved on to other things, and the email links I've got for them don't work anymore. So I'm trying to turn the internet upside down and shake them out of the cracks, but it ain't working too well so far.
Mm.
But it would be a real shame for a Marinebrium book of the shared universe stories to come out without people like Bill Wolf or Wishbone or um, oh, now I'm having a senior moment. I can't. There's like six other guys I'd love to name right now. I have gotten in touch with like Kate Thornton and Sergio and Rob Wynn, uh, Jeff. Uh, people that have really contributed some great stories to the series, and it would be nice to have. Back in the day, there was a flow to it. We were living in each other's pockets. Somebody would come out with a story one month. Next month, two other people would come out with stories that referenced that story, and it just kind of snowballed, and it just became this big creative playground, and quite a lot of them. I have no shame in admitting that were even better than my original contributions to the series. All I did was build the playground. They came and played and had a lot of fun. And I just love that. I just love that. But it's not going to be as good if I can't get in touch with the original artists and license their original works. I mean, there's almost 100 stories in the shared universe right now, and only about 8 or 9 of those I had originally written before I got the my collection of the stories sold to a publisher, and I had to write another 6 or 8 of them for the book. I mean, nobody had ever seen them before. They were brand new for the book, and I've got one that I was still in the middle of writing when the publisher said, we got enough word count now. Let's go ahead and go with it. And I go, okay, let me finish this one. He goes, no, we're pushing the button now. And I go, okay, well, I'll put it online as a free preview of the kind of thing that people will read. And it's there on Apelian in the series section under Marinebrium, and damn, I can't remember. There's so many titles floating in my head. I can't remember the title of that particular one. It's either Against All Odds or, well, bugger that. I don't want to take up all the time of the show. Me talk about my stuff. Joe Doug's got a novel he needs to write.
I got several of them.
Yeah, well, pull your thumb out and start typing.
You hear me?
You broke up, Stephanie. I didn't hear that.
Yeah, I'm having no issue. So I think
I think I
is
know
not
what.
playing.
I think I know what's happening. Her audio's clipping out, so you're talking too loud.
Me?
Yeah,
Too loud?
yeah. With that microphone.
This is the same microphone I always use.
Oh, the phone's probably clipping the audio instead of
Okay.
the computer.
Yeah. I started to
Oh,
go,
Well,
huh? Yeah, he does have a point. Phone is totally different.
technology.
I'm going to get out because it's cutting in and out. Sometimes I can't even hear y'all.
Okay. All
Well,
right.
we're happy you stopped by.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
glad you're here.
Glad to see you.
I'm glad you got to see the hoodie.
And I will talk to y'all. I'll see
Thursday.
y'all next week. Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Good night.
Get you some
Thanks
rest.
Good night.
Get you some sleep.
Take
Pet
care.
your cat.
Hug the cat for us.
Yep. Pet Elrond.
Hug the lights. Put out the cat.
Hmm.
Something like that.
Well, I finally got on Pet Elrod's Patreon. Elrond the cat, Elrod the author. One of her publishers did that once. She put out a collection of short stories, and all the text was fine inside the book, but on the spine, the publisher put PN Elrond. And she's going, well, I didn't feel elvish when I wrote this, but needless to say, a lot of her fans snatched those up as collector's items. And I was lucky enough to get mine autographed. So, and we had a great laugh over it.
We were talking Thursday,
Mhm.
and I forgot to tell y'all something. We were talking about the letter Z on the front of the Russian vehicles in Ukraine. And I told you they put it on there so that the stupid conscripts in the Russian army won't shoot the wrong vehicles. I forgot to tell y'all that those are also route markers. The group that's coming up from Crimea has a V on the front of their vehicle. And they're following route, and that Task Force V is following route V to Objective V. And the guys that are directing traffic, they know which way to send those vehicles. And the ones that are coming down from the north toward Kiev have the Z. And again, the guys directing traffic know to send all the Z vehicles in this direction. And apparently they forgot to bring the traffic control people because that's why they're sitting in the middle of the damn road for 10 days.
Hey, Nita.
Hey,
I'll be right back.
All right.
Which one, Angie?
Probably John.
Yep. That one has a shot of vodka, V8 spicy drink mix, a dash of Old Bay seasoning, and a dash of Tabasco sauce, and a piece of celery.
Little spicy for me.
Not too bad.
Yeah.
Joe,
What?
you could have had a V8.
I know. I think about that every time I crank my car.
Yeah, sadly, there's not too many of those left.
Old Bay or Zatarain's is pretty good. I like Old Bay personally. Not much either. Just a
pinch.
Yeah, not even a pinch.
Half a pinch.
Half a pinch, if that. I've got the little metal box of Old Bay seasoning.
Mm-hmm.
And I pop the shaker lid and I just give it 5 little shakes. Put that away. And then I get my Tabasco sauce, open that up, give it 5 little dots of Tabasco sauce. Put that away.
Oh, did I ever tell you about the time we went to? There was a band I was looking at booking for something that I was planning that never panned out, but they were playing at Lamar's on ML King. Do you know where that is, John? Almost down towards Central Avenue.
I've slept since then.
Yeah, well, Donna wanted a margarita. So, I went up to the bartender and says, my wife wants a margarita. He goes, oh, okay. He pours out this glass full of tequila, stands over here and sort of spritzes a lime at it and throws a dash of salt from way over here. Thanks for the engagement, Stanley, but we can't allow that on the show. But thank you for the engagement. Yeah, I took it back to her and I said, you better be ready for this. She goes, why? And I said, it's going to be strong. Of course, I've heard their martinis are real nice. They take an olive and drop it down in the gin and sort of show the bottle of vermouth from halfway across the room.
That's very dry, isn't it?
Hey,
Oh,
yeah,
Koozer.
Thank you for the engagement, but we can't allow that to be posted. I'm sorry. We get in trouble when you post that. See, I get in trouble for shit you do, so we can't have that.
Hmm. Besides, they're Russian bots. No telling where they've been.
However, if you do send Joe $150 through various internet accounts, he might post that.
Angie, it's just Russian spam bots posting
Porn
links
sites.
to
Excuse me.
porn sites or malware sites or
Yeah.
you
If you
know.
click on the link, it takes you to a porn site, and it's one of those temporary porn sites. It's just there long enough to get a little to get a credit card number and then disappear. I won't tell you how I know that.
Please don't. I'd like to retain a few illusions.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
Sorry.
Bless you.
Damn, now you got the sneezies. All right, Dan, it's your turn.
I'm out in the middle of New Mexico at the moment. I'm not going to sneeze. There's nothing here to sneeze at. There's not even any pollen. It's just sand and radar dishes as far as the eye can see. No, actually, my background picture is a very large array out in New Mexico, and I took the picture myself. We were out there visiting my wife's children, who still live there, or her two children who still live there. Her oldest daughter is up in Virginia, very, very near a Navy shipyard.
A Navy shipyard in Arizona?
No,
Yes.
Virginia.
Oh, Virginia. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I
near
was about
Hampton,
That
Virginia.
picture I sent opened up my sinuses.
Must have been one hell of a picture.
It's chilly.
Oh, chilly.
Yeah. Good stuff.
Turn this heater down a little bit. I was finally getting warm, and then I got a little bit too warm.
I live just south of Chattanooga. Joe lives in Chattanooga, and Dan lives in Ukraine.
Might as well say Athens.
Yeah, 90 miles east of Atlanta.
And I live 30 minutes south of Chattanooga.
And Stephanie lives in Huntsville, Alabama.
Lewis lives in Rossville.
Yeah, she knows where Lewis lives.
And Bill lives in someplace really cold.
Indiana, something. Or
Illinois.
Danville, Illinois.
That's right. I can never keep those straight state, you know. Thank you, Reverend Spooner. I really needed that attack at this moment.
I've been through Illinois twice, and I swear there's areas of that state you could watch your dog run away for 2 or 3 days.
And Heather lives up in Laverne or Smyrna, but we haven't seen her in a while.
She became a nurse and got quite busy, and we're very proud of her, and we're very happy that everything, all her classes went well, and all her exams went well, and now she's doing exactly what she loves to do, and it's another little slice of heaven. And where's Skunk living these days?
I don't know.
He moved. Well, wait a minute. He used to be like a few driveways down the road from you.
Almost, but I don't know if he's still there. I haven't talked to him.
Well, he moved, but I think him and his roommate had a falling out, and I don't know if he's still there or what.
That was a roommate that wasn't keeping up with his responsibilities, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I hated that.
I don't know. He had a wrestling show tonight, so.
Well, yeah, he usually does on Saturday nights, and
yeah, this is what Chris was showing. I can't zoom in. Big bowl of chili.
Yes, well,
meaty chili.
Look like half a bowl now.
It's completely empty, but I had taken a few bites, and I better take a picture of this just to show that I can actually make the stuff. and there was one oyster cracker I accidentally dropped in it early.
Oh no!
Yeah,
How will you survive?
I ate it. I'm still alive.
Oh, that was something I should have got at the store. I should have got the makings for oyster stew.
And this will help kill it.
Yeah. Plus any germs that might have snuck into the neighborhood.
That's the idea.
I'd like to make stone soup sometime.
A what?
Stone soup.
Not familiar with that one.
You're kidding me. Seriously,
he
you're
is. Have you
kidding me.
Of course he
No,
is.
not
Have you ever
really.
seen Joe cook?
The state of education these days. What are you teaching these children?
Chris, stone soup's a story about this village where everybody was just about starved to death.
Hmm.
And this guy comes to town and says, "What we'll do is we'll make enough stone soup to feed everybody." And everybody goes, "Stone soup? What's stone soup?" He gets this big old pot of boiling water and puts this big old rock down in it. And he takes a few tastes. Says, "It needs a little. Does anybody got any of this?" So somebody runs home and gets some, and they shake it in, and then he takes another taste. And says, "Oh, it needs this. Anybody got this?" And somebody said, "I got some of that," and they run home and they bring it out. And eventually, he reaches down, takes the rock out, throws the rock away, and they've got stone soup and enough to feed everybody.
Hmm.
So somebody brought potatoes, and somebody brought carrots, and somebody brought celery, and somebody brought
A little
the
salt.
beef and
Okay,
salt
cool.
and pepper and a little bit of garlic, and yeah.
Isn't that an Aesop fable?
Don't think it's quite that old, but it might be.
Yeah. Well, the one I remember is where the bird dropped the rocks into the raise the water level where it could drink it.
Now
Yeah,
that's a
I
crow.
remember that one too.
A
That was
crow.
Crow bird, whatever.
Yeah.
yeah. Well, crow is a bird,
Yeah.
technically speaking.
Yes.
Yeah, crows are that damn smart. And Angie goes, "Yeah, it's pretty old."
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I said, I don't think it's an Aesop, but it could be. But I think it's not much younger than that. So
Yeah, that was the second batch I've made in the past 3 weeks, and this was so much better than the previous batch.
mm.
I don't even want to compare the two.
Oh, good night, Angie.
Good
night,
night.
Angie.
Thank you for being here.
Yep. Okay.
It's a
Thank you
European
for
folks
joining.
European folk story which hungry strangers convince the people of a town to each share a small amount of food in order to make a meal that everyone enjoys. So it's a European story.
It
A
is
medieval
apparently,
period rather than ancient Greek. So
and apparently the person that actually made the stone soup was a monk, usually town monk, something like that, traveling monk, something of that nature.
Yeah.
And the story is also known in Europe as axe soup, like somebody dropped an axe in the water. Button soup, like somebody pulled a button off their shirt and dropped it in there. Nail soup, somebody used nails from a building house. And wood soup.
okay, was not aware of any of those details.
Me neither.
Drop that over on the Stupid O'Clock page because that's a good one.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yep.
Like-
Tonight's the night I hate.
Oh, really? Why?
Daylight savings time.
Oh,
Spring forward.
Hey, I'm much like the spring forward is better than the spring
Fall back.
Fall back.
fall back. Yeah.
Well, I like the fallback better because it's
Because
an
you get an
extra hour. to
extra
play
hour of sleep rather than being robbed of an hour of sleep.
Well, it's an extra
Hey.
hour to play too, especially if certain events going on.
Mm,
Oh, wait a minute. My wife just set all the clocks forward an hour. Does daylight savings time start
It
tonight
starts at two
tomorrow
o'clock.
night
starts at 2
Starts at
o'clock,
2 a.m.
2 a.m.
on Sunday?
Yeah.
Yep,
Okay.
Saturday night, Sunday morning. Yes,
Okay, then she did the right thing.
yes, she did.
She's not going to get up an hour too early to get ready to go to work
No,
to church.
Oh, and Dan, last man standing, if you go from 1 to 3, you only have to do an hour tonight.
Well, if there's not going to be anybody there but me, I probably won't go 5 minutes.
I'll be there.
All right. Well, we got enough. We got enough music trivia to talk about for the next 6 or 8 weeks. Um,
Oh, Dan, I found a YouTube channel for you. It's called The Professor of Rock.
Oh
I
yeah,
have been
I've seen
watching
him.
him. Yes, indeed. I know that fellow quite well. And he actually modulates his voice so it doesn't put me to sleep while I'm sitting there watching it. Unlike a couple of other people that have really interesting subjects, but they drone.
Mhm.
And
Uh,
it's like one of my high school math teachers had not modulated his voice since the 40s. And good Lord, he'd put everybody in the classroom. He'd put people in neighboring classrooms that couldn't even hear him to sleep.
Wow.
It's like some kind of psychic spill.
well, we did what they call cut the cord, but I'm still using EPB's TV service, which is about to end. I'm probably going to YouTube TV. But I turn on YouTube and I find something that has a uh, like a construction video
Mm-hmm.
of how to build houses and stuff like that. And 10, 15 minutes of that, I'm done.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, John. And there's
Okay.
2 people left. Where are these 2 people? One on Dan's page and one on my page.
I'm
Stephanie's
on
still
your
watching,
page.
apparently.
Okay. Better than some Nicks.
Yeah.
And somebody named Gabrielle McTavish.
Ooh,
How do you get these
that's a
names?
pretty name.
Oh, that's Facebook Live. Sorry.
Oh,
Gabrielle McTavish. That's a new name. Thank you.
No, well, she's actually liked our show several times. I just don't know who she is.
I don't know either.
Do we know a Gabby?
No.
Not by the last name of McTavish.
McTavish.
I think I used to a long time ago, but haven't seen them in years. They moved to Texas, I do believe.
We have an Irish stalker.
Possibly.
Hey,
The one on Facebook, Stupid O'Clock, is me, and apparently the other one, I don't know who's watching on Dan's page. So.
okay.
Find out.
It's a cast of thousands.
Well,
Might
there
be
is.
Nita.
Well, it could be neither. Yeah.
All right, let's see. I just shut off my Facebook. Let's see if it goes back down.
Okay, she's a friend on your page,
Whose page?
Dan's page. Let me see if we can figure out who she is. Friends of Fernblatt. Lives in Tucson, Arizona. In a relationship. She's friends with Mark Michael, Dan, Teresa Hackett, Jan, Nancy Rogers, Frank, can't
Well,
see who
Teresa's
else.
name I recognize.
Does she know Evelyn?
I don't know.
Hmm.
See
they
all
are?
friends.
Okay. Dan has an Irish stalker.
She's
Does she somehow know Lindsay?
she knows all that we know. And it looks like a lot of the
Is she a Rising Tide person or something like that? Or
no, she looks like maybe a LibertyCon.
Well, that
does
would
she have
make
a
sense.
LibertyCon tag on
Yeah.
her thing? Or
No, I don't know who it is, but
Just from the Friends in Common.
yeah, it's a
Okay.
lot of LibertyCon. Well, not really Liberty outside con,
Okay.
but lives in Tucson, Arizona. So I don't know.
Y'all getting way more curious about who's watching this than I ever did. As long as somebody's watching this, I don't care where they could be on Mars. I don't care. Just, click in, comment, like, subscribe,
And share the page.
and share the page. Share the love.
Oh,
Share the consequences.
Yeah, don't make us suffer through this on our own.
Oh.
Boy,
Yeah,
I got
got to the point where, this is so much fun to do. Even without knowing that somebody's watching it, I'd still be willing to do it.
Yeah.
I mean, even if we didn't have an indicator telling us
Yeah.
so and so is watching, so and so is watching, this many people here, this many people there, I wouldn't care.
Dan, I got
it's fun to hang out with y'all.
I got some flack for one of my posts in Uncle Carl's group.
Imagine that.
How
What
in the
did
heck
you
did
say
you
this
get
time?
black in his group?
It's the one where I said the only thing colder than a woman's heart is her feet.
Oh,
I wouldn't have gone there. I would not have gone there. Swamp people are watching. Yeah, Anita.
Hey, Nita.
and what
Dan,
heck
send
did
Nita
you
a link. Let's get her in here.
Okay.
Aggravate her. Or let her aggravate us. I don't
think it'd
care.
be easier for us to aggravate her.
Yeah, she probably
Probably.
sells some cool shit.
Has anybody seen Coca-Cola Starlight yet?
Yep, I've tried it.
And? You tried it?
It's like they put funfetti cupcakes in with Coke and added a little something extra I can't quite put my finger on.
Because Donna is hounding me to find her some.
Serve her right.
They had a sale on at Dollar General. You buy two of them, you got for like one low price.
Oh, so it's that bad. They got to beg
I
you to
wouldn't
buy
want
it.
a steady diet of it. I'll put it to you that way.
Do what?
I wouldn't want a steady diet of it.
It would help
I'll
if
put
I
it to you
turned the
that way.
damn keyboard to the right computer.
There are a number of people who don't like it. There are a number of people that are.
And Dan, you need to go in and clear out some Last Man Standing recordings because we have no more recording space.
I thought they automatically deleted themselves.
Well, it saves 50 hours, and we've been
at 56 hours for like 2 months.
Yeah. She can't come yet. Still fighting the kids to get them to sleep.
Well, that's fine.
Show them this show
when you can.
Yeah, tune in this show. Make them watch this.
Make them watch this. That'll teach them.
They'll go to bed in a hurry.
Yeah.
No, I thought all of that. I think once it got to 50, it started deleting the oldest things anyway.
No, it's supposed to, but it doesn't. It just holds that 50 hours. And anything new doesn't get recorded.
It doesn't work as well as I thought it would.
All
Used to when I did that, my face disappeared.
Well, good.
Try it again. No.
No.
Lean back, please.
Yeah, it used to overwrite, Nina, but apparently
Yeah.
there have been some upgrades. That did not look fun.
Well,
That did not look like fun at all,
It
Joe.
wasn't. Oh, God.
What are you
Yep.
doing to yourself?
It's the last clings of COVID in my lungs.
And the first touch of pollen?
Mine's leaf mold. Yeah.
I think the snow killed the pollen temporarily, or at least put it in temporary hibernation. I actually did get a little bit of the white stuff on the ground.
Anita says she needs to clear hers out too. Yeah, I woke up about 3:30. Man, it was coming down snowflakes like this. Had it been colder and it snowing like that, we'd be up to our buttholes in that stuff.
Well, you know, it is the 29th anniversary of the blizzard of '93.
Yeah. David Carnes was on uh, live last night, Facebook Live.
Yeah,
I
you
said,
messaged me.
do what?
Said, yeah, you messaged me what he said.
Eh. I asked him, I said, is this like the blizzard of 93 just with less moisture? And he goes, that's a good description. Had there been a lot more moisture behind it, we'd have been screwed.
Yeah,
Especially with the winds, the way, God.
yeah. Well, they were snowdrifts up to my chest.
Today or
No, when the blizzard.
then? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, you were just a damn kid at that time.
I was about the height I am now. I wasn't much off of it if I was. I might have been an inch shorter.
Mm. Yeah, I wound the dogs up about 7:30 this morning to go outside. Daisy and Scooter, they had to go. The two little dogs made it about 5 steps onto the deck and look at me like, "What the hell is this shit?"
Excuse me.
Joe, I am very sorry, but I cannot delete anything. It won't let me delete a damn thing.
All right, well, I'll go in and clear them out then. It's
The
all last man standing.
The only thing that I was able to do was I was just about able to get you billed for 50 more hours.
Okay, don't do
And
that.
I decided that was not a friendly thing to do. So, I've got all the last man standing on YouTube. I mean that's fine. You can wipe out whatever you want off of StreamYard.
All right, I'll do that after the show.
Yeah, I don't think you could do it during. So that might have
Well,
been
it's
the
a
problem. I was
different
trying to do
show.
it from my channel rather than yours, or not my channel, but the intro to the other show.
No.
But it was still on the account this one is being broadcast on. So maybe you can't do it while something's
live?
actually going. Yeah, so you might have to wait till tomorrow. But nice thing to know. Somebody who was talking about camping. The fellow that does.
Outside.
Oh yeah, outside con. Well, this fellow's a little bit too primitive camping for outside con, but there's a fellow whose videos I've been watching. The channel name is Corporal's Corner, and he does basically take a backpack full of stuff and go out in the woods for overnight camping and build stuff out there out of what you can find, and basically you could call it a survivalist channel, but it's not. It's a primitive camping channel. There's a girl in Southeast Asia that is doing. She's building entire houses that are either half or wholly underground or in trees just out of found material. She's either digging a hole with a shovel or chopping up bamboo and building stuff.
Oh, she's in
Survival of the
Vietnam.
fittest. Vietnam.
Yeah,
Okay.
she's in Vietnam.
And I've seen that stuff, and I'm going, what do you do when it rains? It's all made out of mud, but evidently there's some there's some of the clay that she is able to find that comes in ant hills or termite mounds that reacts with the ash from a fire and becomes a waterproof ceramic.
Turns into concrete.
Pretty much, yeah. It's. I never knew that bit of chemistry, but I will remember it now. And she does some beautiful stuff. She does some absolutely beautiful stuff. There's she decorates everything up with things that would not look out of place in Angkor Wat back in the day. Uh, it's can be really ornate and it can be really simple, but it's and she just there. She's got a sugarcane machete and uh, basically a long handle scraper, and that's all she needs to build a house, furniture included. Uh,
Yeah, I love it. She builds swimming pools
yeah,
inside. Yeah, I love it. Now the
yeah.
thing is, they make it seem like she does it in a couple days. No,
No, it's
there's
obviously
months.
it's
There's months
obviously a
involved.
couple of months worth of work there because they're if you watch closely what looks like one continuous scene, you can see the light change day
Yeah.
to night to day to night to day to night. So and she's got a twin sister, as far as I can tell.
Oh, okay.
There are a few of them with the two of them working together. And
Oh, she's cute as all get out. I will say that.
oh yeah, but I mean, she's walking around digging these basements, digging out trenches and things. She's barefooted. And I'm going. I know the footage is sped up. I know it's time lapse just a
Yeah.
little bit. I'm going. I would have lost about 5 toes by now, and probably be
Couple
working
fingers.
on a third foot.
I mean, that shovel's hitting close to them toes.
Uh huh.
And it's not a shovel.
It's like a
That's a
long handle
stick.
scraper.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, a long handle scraper. Yeah.
It's got a very narrow blade on it.
Uh, like a what roofers use.
Hmm. And then the axe she's using, I think it's a sugarcane chopper with a longer handle on it. But she can take the blade off and use it as a scraper when she's trying to smooth up
Yeah,
some of
the
the
bamboo.
the bamboo. She just splits that right down the middle. I've learned a lot watching her. I mean, I could if I had access to a nice little patch of bamboo, I could pretty much screen in my entire yard and wouldn't have to worry about my nosy next door neighbor to that side.
Well, Dan, I'm gonna tell you right now, don't try to grow one.
I know about bamboo. I live in the South.
2 neighbors ago next door put some in, and we're still cutting that shit down.
Hmm. In 10,000 years from now, people will still be trying to cut it down because you're not going to kill it.
Unless
All
you
I
got
do-
any pandas.
You got to
Oh.
buy a panda. That's
Oh, yeah. They
All I
won't even
do.
let me buy an anteater. And that would be useful here.
Oh yeah, all them fire ants.
Oh
Lord,
God,
yeah.
I'd love to have an anteater.
Uh, no, every spring I keep an eye out along the fence row for that little chute to start up, and I'll give it 2 or 3 days and to be almost waist high, and then I'll cut it down at the ground. and then none of the rest of them will come up.
Was that the lookout?
Yeah.
See whether or not it's safe to grow.
Yeah.
I wish kudzu was that smart.
Well,
I wish I'd
kudzu.
never brought that shit over here.
Yeah. Blame some socialite up north for that.
The thing was, they brought it over here for cattle feed.
Kudzu?
Yeah.
They brought it over here as a decorative house plant
Yep.
up north.
Yep.
And then sold it to the people in the South as cattle food, and the cows don't like it.
No,
No.
they don't. That's why it survives, because the cows don't like it. Turkeys like it.
Goats love it.
Oh, really? I thought they just tolerated it.
No, goats love it.
But when they eat it, it comes back out the other end and reproduces.
You know, I can't think if I've seen kudzu flowers, but I've never seen a kudzu seed. I thought it just kind of spontaneously reproduced like mushrooms from little spores.
We've got a ridge here in Chattanooga called Missionary Ridge and has some tunnels, and they put kudzu on it for erosion control back in the 30s and 40s. It got so bad it was taking over the houses on Missionary Ridge.
Mm-hmm.
And, that's where some of the money in this town is on that ridge.
Yeah.
So the city came in and brought some goats. And, of course, the coyotes got in, so they found out they had to get a donkey with them. But in 2 months, 5 goats stripped the damn side of the ridge.
Wow.
Kudzu is in the pea family.
Okay.
So apparently it's supposed
That's another reason I don't like peas.
It's also considered a noxious weed.
Yeah. Apparently, though,
it has a cool
got a
little
very
purple flower.
Yes, it does. The flower is very nice. It does have a nice scent to it.
And it creates seed pods similar to peas.
Okay. Those I have not noticed in over half a century.
Well,
but if they grow as fast as a kudzu itself grows, they probably only last about 15 minutes before the seeds disperse.
I say we just bomb Russia with kudzu seeds.
Well, back in the day, Daddy was saying, wasted all that money and endangered all those people in Southeast Asia with this Agent Orange defoliant. They could have just dropped one potato sack full of army worms and the whole continent would have been denuded in 48 hours.
Just about. So that's the cut.
That's
the
seed pods for the kudzu.
And it's even spiky so the damn birds won't eat it.
Uh-huh. Now, supposedly, if you dig up the root, you can grind it up and make a passable flour to make bread out of.
Yeah.
And for those of you into natural textiles, it is the vines are very fibrous. You can strip it down in individual fibers and weave stuff out of it. Different varieties of cloth. Yep.
Make rope.
Yep, and it is supposedly almost as durable as hemp rope or what's that other vine they use?
I don't have that much patience.
Well, the one good thing about kudzu rope is you make a 50-foot rope, and by next season it's a 100-foot rope.
100-mile rope. Stuff can grow. Is it a foot a day or 3 feet a day? I can't remember.
You can actually watch it grow.
Yeah. True story. It didn't happen at band camp, so you know it's a true story. Uh, I was having to drive the dump truck from a soybean field on one side of the county to a feed and seed place where we were selling the soybeans on the far side of the county. Had to drive right past this old farm place. Guy had a Massey Ferguson tractor parked under a open sided shed. Basically, it's just a roof on poles. And I went past the first time and I saw some kudzu coming up underneath the tractor. Went back for the second pass about 4 hours later. The kudzu climbed a little higher. By the end of the day, when I was taking my last load of soybeans through there, the thing had climbed up the tractor, wrapped itself around the upright muffler tailpipe, well, not tailpipe, muffler, and was trying to reach the inside of the roof of the shed in one day.
Yeah.
So that was about an 8 or 9 foot climb right there in a 14-hour period.
Mhm.
And one thing that will knock it back for a good season is some of the industrial strength weed killers that are getting a bad name nowadays for, unbeknownst to the manufacturers at the time, way back when, really bad health hazards. So, like a lot of things way back when, people didn't bother to check whether or not it was going to make people sick 20 years later, 50 years later, however long it took. It's like
Still a lot of
back when people thought DDT was a good pesticide,
yeah.
and then come to find out some really harmful stuff there.
Yeah.
Doesn't just kill insects.
No. Kills
Enough of it to
animals.
kill anything it touches.
Oh. Well, I got us knocked back to 30 hours.
Okay.
I just got to go in and find them.
Well, enough of the farm report. Let's go on to the next subject.
I did
Well,
send
what about rat poison? Damn rat poison today, shit.
Say
That
what?
stuff, the rat poison today don't work.
Well,
Because if it kills them, it's not supposed to be poison enough to anything else that eats the dead rodent.
yeah.
That is a drawback, yes.
Yeah. Problem is, we had a rat one time. I saw him carrying the damn thing to the damn, taking it back to the nest to feed the rest of them.
Mm-hmm.
He was a badass. Got caught in a glue trap.
Took it back with him.
That's where I found it's where he made his hole through the damn wall. Ripped all the hair out off his side. That's how I knew it was the same one.
Damn.
Whooped Jerry's ass a couple times.
Big old rat.
Do what?
Said that's a big old rat.
He whooped a chihuahua.
That's a damn gopher rat.
Yeah, but that little fucker didn't survive the gray cat.
Ah.
That little bastard. I mean, we tried the rat poison. We tried everything. Nothing was working. We brought him in there. Gone.
Mm-hmm.
It took him about 3 months, but he's got it down to the point where we may hear them every now and then, but they don't.
They don't stick around for long.
Yeah.
Well, you got a good mousing cat. That's awesome.
Then Greg's black cat, damn thing's afraid of him. Of course, this
As
cat's pretty.
evil and as mean as that thing is.
Yeah, it's afraid of its own shadow.
Just not yours.
Yeah, the only one that can pet her is Greg. She'll hop up in his lap, and that's it. God, she's
Greg is
gorgeous,
her
Dan.
chosen human.
Dan, this cat is gorgeous. She is solid black. Doesn't even have the bow tie or the white spot on the belly. I mean, looks like, honest to God, the way her head is built and everything, she looks like a dwarf panther.
Yeah. I can imagine.
Oh, I know for a fact she's probably 7 or 8 generations feral.
Yeah.
So, whatever was bred into her wild stayed. Of course, the gray cat is from the same mama. And he's fully sociable, lovable, till he gets his asshole turned, till his asshole switch gets flipped.
Born to be wild, huh?
Earlier today, we got a little desk in the hallway. One of these little secretary desks.
Mm-hmm.
It sits in the hallway. She was sitting up there, and he looked down at. She was looking down at him. He looked up at her, jumped straight up, grabbed her by the neck, and did a suplex off the.
You were told to get down from there. Whoop.
And I mean, he'll corner her up, and it sounds like the world coming to an end. But she won't whoop his ass enough to make him leave her alone. Somebody said cats are really not confrontational to each other. They'll defend their territory, but it's like,
Yeah.
they're telling them, I'll whoop your ass, but if you leave, it will be cool. This is my ground.
Yep. They are territorial, and when one establishes dominance, it usually takes root.
Yeah.
Unless one has had enough and finally decides to fight back, and then that might change things a little bit.
But they don't want to. They really don't want to fight.
No, because it's a waste of energy.
We've got an orange one outside that wants to fight anything that. It's not even territorial. It's just he loves to fight, and he will jump anything that comes within 6 feet,
Including you.
No. So far, my animal magnetism has left me immune. Doesn't mean I haven't wanted to take a 2x4 and smack him upside the head a few times.
Yeah.
The gray cat's the one that'll stalk you. And, you're walking down the hallway, and all of a sudden, from out of nowhere, you feel this sharp burning pain in the top of your foot, and you look down, and he's wrapped around your leg, biting the shit out of your foot.
He's still working on his hunting skills. He got to keep them sharp so he can be ready for the mice.
I don't think Joe Dog's house has mice as tall as Joe Dog is.
Well,
they might be getting them about knee high, but
obviously, since he's attacking Joe's foot. But like I said, the stalking skills, I mean, they work on them regardless. That's part of their hunting techniques.
Yeah. And the thing about having a black cat and a gray cat, the black cat will hide in the dark shadows, and the gray cat will hide in the light shadows. And you'll step right on them, never even see them.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
there was one meme that was going around Facebook. It was, there are 4 cats in this picture. 3 of them were orange. 1 of them was gray. Guess which one you didn't see until
The
you
gray.
looked really close.
You had to hunt for the gray one.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
And that gave you a real clue as to how useful the gray tabby coloration is for staying hidden. I
Yep.
mean, it's like that cat really blends into the background.
Well, the lack of cats is what caused the bubonic plague.
Yeah.
They had some monk somewhere said cats were evil, kill all the cats.
Yep. And that
Here,
raised the rat
here come,
population, which had fleas, which spread the bubonic plague.
And until the cats came back, the plague was there.
Yep.
And fleas have to mutate between one animal host and another before they can attack it.
Yeah.
So if you got fleas that are used to rats, they're not going to jump on the nearest cat and dog and be happy.
Yeah,
They're
but the thing,
going to have to breed several generations till they can tolerate the cat or the dog.
well, not only that, if they have rat droppings in their food dishes and stuff like that, it gets ingested. That's another way of spreading the plague.
Mm-hmm.
And there's more rat droppings because there's not cats to kill the little bastards.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I learned that tidbit a while back, and it makes a lot of sense.
Yep.
That's the reason the Egyptians kept them around,
Yeah.
Yep.
because one of the 7 plagues was rumored to be bubonic plague.
That's one reason why in some of the illustrations of old sailing boats, on the mooring lines, you'd see these big wooden discs around the rope. Keep the rat from climbing up the dock and getting onto the boat.
Mm-hmm.
Even the Titanic had rats.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
For a
Little
little
fuckers
while.
drowned when the ship went down, but
Yeah.
One would hope so. Otherwise, you got some ice floe Arctic rats going out there now.
Well, they say if you're ever on a ship and you see the rats running, you follow the rats. Because they're getting off the boat.
yeah.
I'm sure there's a joke about politicians I can make there, but I can't really bring it
Well,
to life.
Well, I can do you one. Do you know why lawyers don't get eaten by sharks?
Professional courtesy.
Exactly.
hey, they're doing lab testing on lawyers now?
There's
Some things
even
rats
a rat won't do.
do.
You guys need some new jokes. That's all I'm going to say.
Hey, I stole that one from Robin Williams.
Yeah, imagine who he stole it from. Well, Jonathan Winters says who he stole it from. I already know.
I'm doing good to be as jovial as I am.
I do know a good joke, though, about lawyers. Bill Gates dies and he goes to heaven. It turns out when he gets up there, their registration system down because it runs on Microsoft. And says, I'm sorry, we just can't let you in. Your name's not on the list. He's like, I've done all this good work for people. How can I not be on the list? I'm sorry, you got to go to the other place. So disappears. They finally get the computer up and working a couple months later, and they realize they made a mistake, sent him to the wrong place. So God goes down there and says, hey, Satan, says, we sent somebody down here by mistake. I need to get back. Satan says, no problem. Who is it? He goes, it's Bill Gates. Satan goes, no, you can't have him. He says, why not? He says, well, since he's been down here, he says, the computer system's working, the cool water's running, and the air conditioner's working. He says, you can't have him. He says, well, he's supposed to go to heaven. I've got to get him. He says, that's the rules. And Satan says, nope. He goes, God goes, well, I'll sue. And Satan laughs and goes, huh, where are you going to get a lawyer?
Oh.
Yeah, it's the now it's after midnight. It's the third anniversary of my baby brother dying.
Oh, now I remember that because we were headed to Mid South Con.
Yep.
Yeah.
That totally ruined and changed my plans.
Well, 3 days will be the 14th of my mom's passing. So
Yeah.
yeah, let's not end it on a bummer. Come on, guys.
No, I wasn't, but like I said, that's the reason why I'm
We
not
haven't
as jovial.
figured
as
out when
normal.
my mom's going to pass yet, but we're working on it.
Paperwork has been filed.
Mm.
Guido won't report in.
Oh, it's almost gardening time. She, I know exactly. She's already got the shorts out and the garden hat. She's probably already got potting soil piled up in front of her garage right now. So she's just waiting for the snow to go away.
I'm thinking we're done with winter now.
Yeah,
Well,
probably.
Great, Joe. Jinxes.
Spring is not too far away. It's the 22nd.
This was winter's last stand.
This week.
Yeah, Jack Frost had to clear his pipes one more time before winter officially left us.
Well, guys, this is the first measurable snow we've had in over 6 years.
No,
We had
we've
some
had
in
measurable snow in the last 6 years.
2018.
Count your fingers.
That's 4. No, we had some last year.
Yeah, we had snow down here
Pictures
last
of
year.
it.
I mean, just months ago.
Yeah. Well, I mean, where I'm at here in actual Chattanooga proper, this is our first measurable snow in almost 8 years.
Well, I wouldn't call what we had last year measurable, but it was visible. Might have only been about 0.2 of an inch thick, but you could see it.
I'll tell you, if the wind hadn't blown most of it away, we'd have probably had a good 4 inches.
Yeah, most of what we've been getting here has been just black ice on the roads. I mean, not snow, but freezing rain, basically. And it has been raining a lot here.
I've got to go do the major bio break. If I'm not back, close the show out, John, so Dan can get his show started. But I plan to be back in enough time to say goodnight, everybody. But I'll be back.
It's 12:46. You got time.
You don't know how long it's going to take. It may be 2 minutes, or it may be a 10-minute ride.
Okay, well, if barring difficult delivery, you should be back soon.
Well, there was Taco Bell involved, so I need to hurry up.
Oh,
Yeah.
God. Yeah, go.
Taco Bell, the only place where you can still get gas for $1.69.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it don't buy as much gas as it once did either.
I ain't touching that line. This ain't the green room. I can't do that. I can't say that on there. I'm gonna run take a leak. I'll be back before Joe.
What I said.
Huh?
I mean, if you want to infer some stuff into it, it might be, but
Believe me, with my mind, inferences come easy. Explanations are more difficult.
They abandoned us, Chris.
Yeah, shit happens. But you know,
Oh,
I did absolutely nothing today
good.
because I started watching YouTube and I didn't get off of it. There's a reason why I don't stay on YouTube long. I call it going down the rabbit hole.
I smoked a Boston butt roast yesterday,
Hmm.
and doing a crock pot with some chicken broth and some stuff. Put it on low overnight in a crock pot. I woke up this morning and it was just fall off the bone. I mean, just
Oh, nice.
tore it all up, made my pulled pork with it. And so I had all the fat cap and all that chicken broth left, the meat broth and stuff like that. So what do I do? I don't want to pour it down the sink or nothing like that because it'll, mess up the pipes when it's cold like that.
Got some spammers.
We do, really. Let's see. Let's see them. I'll get them. Hang on a minute. Let me see. Block that person. Sorry, we cannot do your spam. Because we know you live in Russia and we hate Russia right now. So, let me see. Block that user too. Yeah.
That name almost sounded Middle Eastern.
With some of them, like David Tenor or what,
Yeah.
It's a random name generator.
Yeah.
Just part of the crap they use.
Yeah.
See, the thing is, whatever they're doing makes them a penny from that website every time they put an ad out there.
Yeah.
Like that, so.
That makes sense. You were telling me about the broth.
Oh, anyway, I was trying to figure out what to do with that broth. I didn't just throw it away. So I chopped up an onion, threw it in there, threw up some leftover rice that I had, about a cup of rice. Went and got some Great Northern beans and boiled them, threw them in there too, and added some of that pulled pork. And so it already had the fat cap stuff I chopped up in there. So it's sitting downstairs right now in a crock pot on low. I think it's going to be a pretty good pot of beans. I added a little hot sauce and some beer and what else? Something else I added that I thought was really good. Now I can't remember what it was.
Well, I that bowl of chili that I shared the photo of, I made it the other day, and it was Monday morning before work. I browned the ground beef, and I got it done. I added some chili seasoning in it, and then I added some diced red onions, and then I got me a crock pot liner, and I put a layer of beef in there, and then I started adding beans and diced tomatoes, and then added more meat, and then I would stir it up as I added it, and then because I wanted it done before I had to go into work, I put it on high, and it's done in about 2 hours, and then I had about had those round plastic containers that hold about 5 cups. I filled 4 of them up with that one batch that I made, and I took one of them with me to work Monday, and I ate it, and then I saved the other one for. I took 2 yesterday, and I shared some of it with some people, and they really enjoyed it. And then I had a little bit left over. I ate earlier in the afternoon, and then I ate the majority of the last one right before the show. But it was so much better than the previous batch I made. I mean, I don't even want to compare the two. Of course, I didn't have the chili seasoning. I just had some chili flakes powder, and I mean, I added it in with that. But
I've got those dried chilies from last year.
I
got a whole bag of them downstairs. I'm thinking I'm going to cut them open and get the seeds out for pepper flakes, red pepper flakes. And then I'm going to get I got a grinder down there, and I'm going to put the hulls, the skin, whatever you want to call
Mm-hmm.
You put that in there and you grind it up real good, and that's your chili powder.
Mm-hmm.
Put that blender on puree.
All right, I'm back.
Yeah, it's about that time to
Yep.
run that little thing.
Yeah. Oh. Ugh.
Fruity, man.
But
Yeah.
anyway, there's about 3 different kinds of beans in that chili, and then there's 2 different types of diced tomatoes in it. So
I'm trying to figure out what to do with some kielbasa sausage, and I originally got sauerkraut to go with it. I'm wondering, should I go ahead and chop up the rest of the onion that was left over from the tonight's chili, or should I bake some potatoes to go with it, or just go out and grab a dessert cup of applesauce for each of us and just let it go at that, or what? There's so many possibilities.
I'll give you a good possibility. Boil them up, then take the water from that for your instant mashed potatoes, and then once the mashed potatoes are going, chop them up real good, mix them in with the mashed potatoes, and then top it with brown gravy.
I was going to
Now,
suggest some hash
there,
browns
there
and
there's
onions.
there's a step you're leaving out.
What?
How to convince my wife
Yeah.
to allow instant mashed potatoes in the house.
It's cheaper.
I haven't
It,
bought
it
instant
might be
mashed
cheaper, but there's
potatoes
some
in
people.
years.
That ain't going to do it. I mean,
That's I have been trying to get mashed potatoes on the menu at HallowCon, and everybody going, no, 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 no,
Really?
no. Yeah, mashed potatoes are so easy.
Real, and everybody
yeah,
loves
really,
mashed potatoes.
I hate mashed potatoes.
You do?
Yeah, I
Real
despise
mashed
them.
potatoes, not
Real
okay.
mashed potatoes, instant mashed potatoes. Uh, I don't care if it's
Yeah.
NASA's reconstituted. I hate mashed potatoes. It's not the taste; it's the texture.
Yeah.
It's been that way all of my life. My mother despaired of getting me to eat mashed potatoes. It's at every family reunion, and I go ahead and eat some anyway, because I know which 3 or 4 little old lady relatives have made it, and it's like my family's got 57 different recipes for potato salad, and because there's thousands of us.
You put enough black pepper and a few other ingredients in the mashed potatoes, and it will add a little bit of flavor to
I
it.
will I will eat them. I just don't like them just
Oh,
because of the texture. It's not got nothing to do with the taste. I
okay.
love
Well,
potato.
you can add some stuff to improve the texture too, but
Concrete blocks
again,
are not usually on the menu, but
yeah. Um, have you ever have you ever made meat sauce for spaghetti with the sausage?
yeah, all the time.
Okay.
Hey, there's the launch pad.
Hey,
Just in
Hey,
time for us
Zach.
to sign off.
Hey, Zach. Just in time as we're getting ready to say good night, everybody.
However, Dan is just about to start his show, Last Man Standing, which will be on immediately following this show.
On his YouTube
On my
page,
YouTube and my Facebook and
Aphelion and the Rising Tide.
yep. So whereas Stupid O'Clock gets broadcast to my YouTube as well as Last Man Standing gets broadcast to my YouTube.
All right, but yeah, with that, we're gonna have to say we got to say it.
Good,
Good
night,
night,
everybody.
everybody. It's
That'll hold a little
time
buzz.
for high flight.
Yeah. Good night, y'all.
Oh, I have slept the surly bonds of earth and danced the skies on laughter-silvered wings. Sunward I've climbed and joined the tumbling mirth of sun-split clouds and done 100 things you have not dreamed of. Wheeled and soared and swung high in the sunlit silence. Hovering there, I've chased the shouting wind along and flung my eager craft through footless halls of air. Up, up the long, delirious, burning blue, I've topped the windswept heights with easy grace, when never lark nor even eagle flew. And while with silent, lifting mind, I've trod the high, untrespassed sanctity of space, put out my hand and touched the face of God.